And good evening once again, everyone. Welcome to another college basketball live stream. We've got a top 10 matchup from the Big Ten tonight. The number 5 ranked Fighting Illini of Illinois, who are currently riding a 12-game winning streak, taking on the Michigan State Spartans, who are the 10th ranked Michigan State Spartans, who are looking to right the ship as they have lost 2 straight. Coming into this game, we will preview this matchup in just a moment. First of all, let's pray. Lord Jesus, thank you for this day. Thank you for doing your will upon us, Lord. And Lord, please look over all these players, coaches, fans tonight. Please keep everyone safe and continue to look over us as well, Lord, and do your will among us. As I ask and pray this in your name, amen. Fighting Illini and Spartans top 10 matchup in the Big Ten. Illinois comes in on a 12-game winning streak. 20-3 on the season overall, 11-1 in Big Ten play. Michigan State's dropped their last 2. They come in 19-4 on the season, 9-3 in the Big Ten. Back-to-back losses to Michigan at home last week and at Minnesota in the midweek this past week. Illinois riding high right now, as this an Illinois team that can score. They score about 84.5 points a game. Michigan State team comes in, averages just shy of 79. Illinois comes in with 4 players averaging double figures. Michigan State also 4 players in double figures. As this should be a fun one in the Big Ten tonight. Let's take a look right now in Illinois' 12-game winning streak. Of course, they've got a win last week. This past Sunday, they picked up a 9-point road win at Nebraska. That was a big win for them. They also have wins on the road at Purdue as well. They walloped Northwestern this past Wednesday at the State Farm Center, 84-44. So they have been blowing teams out as well. But in this winning streak, they have wins at Nebraska, at Purdue, at Iowa. So there have been some very impressive wins for this Illinois team. They are led on the season by Keaton Wagler, averaging just shy of 18 points a game. Meanwhile, Michigan State, as I mentioned, back-to-back losses at home over Michigan and at Minnesota this past midweek. So Michigan State trying to right the ship here on this 2-game losing streak. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for both these teams tonight for this top 10 matchup at the Breslin Center in East Lansing. First of all, for the Fighting Illini, as I said, coming in 20-3 on the season, 11-1 in Big Ten play, winners of 12 in a row. They will start up front with number 0, David Mirkovic. Mirkovic, a 6'9" freshman out of Montenegro. Mirkovic, 4th leading scorer on this Illinois team, averaging just over 12 points a game on the season. The other forward for Illinois is number 15, Jake Davis, getting the start tonight. Davis, a 6'6" junior out of McCordsville, Illinois. Davis comes in averaging 5.3 points per contest. In the middle for Illinois is number 13, Tomislav Avicic. Tomislav Avicic, one of the Avicic brothers on this Illinois team, 7'1" junior out of Croatia. Tomislav Avicic coming in, averaging just shy of 10 points a game at 9.9 per contest. In the backcourt for Illinois at one guard, number 2, Andrei Stojakovic, the son of former NBA player Peja Stojakovic. Stojakovic, 6'7" junior out of Carmichael, California. Stojakovic on the season averaging 13.5 points per contest. And the other guard for Illinois is number 23, Keaton Wagler. Wagler, a 6'6" freshman out of Shawnee, Kansas, leading scorer on this Illinois team, 17.9 points per contest for the Illini. Illini are coached by Brad Underwood. Meanwhile, here is the starting lineup for the 10th-ranked Michigan State Spartans, 19-4 on the season, 9-3 in Big Ten play. They will send this lineup out tonight at one forward. Number 0, Jackson Kohler. Jackson Kohler. Kohler, a 6'9 senior out of American Fork, Utah. Kohler on the season, the Spartans' second leading scorer at 12.9 points per contest. Another forward for Michigan State is number 6, Jordan Scott. Scott, a 6'7 freshman out of Reston, Virginia. Jordan Scott on the season, averaging 5.2 points per contest. Another forward for Michigan State is number 55, Cohen Carr. Cohen Carr, a 6'6 junior out of Stockbridge, Georgia. Carr on the season, third leading scorer for Michigan State, averaging 11.6 points per contest. In the middle for Michigan State, number 15, Carson Cooper. Cooper, a 6'11 senior out of Jackson, Michigan. Cooper on the season, averaging 10.1 points per contest. And starting at guard for Michigan State is number 1, Jeremy Fears. Jeremy Fears Jr., 6'2 sophomore out of Joliet, Illinois. Fears, leading scorer on this Michigan State team, averaging 14.7 points per contest. Michigan State is coached by legendary coach Tom Izzo. So the Spartans and the Illini set to get things underway from East Lansing. Only meeting in the regular season between these two teams. If they meet again, it would be in the Big Ten tournament. Update you some scores around the top 25. Got that big matchup going on in Chapel Hill between number 4 Duke and number 14 North Carolina. And with about 11 and a half minutes to go in the second half, Duke leads North Carolina 59-52. And a game that's just gone final within the last 5 minutes. Number 6, Gonzaga bounced back from their loss to Portland, a puzzling loss to Portland. This week, they bounced back and beat Oregon State on the road, 81-61. So Gonzaga getting back on track, it looks like. Tipping off later on in Provo, number 8 Houston and number 16 BYU. Tipping off here in about 30 minutes in College Station, defending national champion number 17 Florida in College Station to take on the Aggies of Texas A&M. Just about to tip off in Berkeley, number 20 Clemson making the cross-country trip to take on Cal. Number 25 Tennessee and Kentucky tipping off at the bottom of the hour. Finals from earlier today, number 1 Arizona stayed undefeated as they walloped Oklahoma State 84-47. Number 7 Iowa State pulled out a 3-point win over Baylor 72-69. Number 9 Nebraska got back on track. They picked up an 80-68 win over Rutgers. Number 11 Kansas 71-59 over Utah. Number 12 Purdue got by Oregon 68-64. Number 15, Vanderbilt almost made a monumental second-half comeback, but it fell 1 point short. Oklahoma beats number 15, Vanderbilt, 92-91, that final. Number 18, Virginia picks up a home win over Syracuse today, 72-59. Number 19, St. Louis runs their winning streak to 17 in a row as they beat LaSalle 82-58. Number 21, Arkansas, no problem on the road in Starkville against Mississippi State, 88-68. Number 23, Miami of Ohio remained undefeated at 24-0. They win at Marshall, 90-74. And number 24, Louisville picks up an 88-80 road win at Wake Forest. That's the top 25 scoreboard. Earlier today in the Big Ten, Indiana picked up a home win over Wisconsin, 78-77. Tipping off out west later on, Washington and UCLA. But we are set for the Fighting Illini and the Spartans. Our officials tonight, as signed by the Big Ten Conference, Kelly Pfeiffer, Jeffrey Anderson, and Randy Richardson. Illinois currently tied with Michigan atop the Big Ten lead. Michigan State sitting in a tie for fourth, 2 games back of the Big Ten leaders. So here we go, Illini and Spartans. Michigan State looking to snap their brief 2-game losing streak, while Illinois looks to run their winning streak to 13 in a row. Spartans control the opening tip, and we are underway on a Saturday night in East Lansing. And the first pass of the game is a steal for Illinois, and now the Illini will get their first possession. We have an Illinois player down at the other end of the floor. That is Tomislava Visic, the Illini player that is slow getting up, down underneath the Michigan State basket. You know, see what happened here. He's going up to knock that ball away, deflect the ball away. Took a pretty hard hit to the floor, but he is back up. Here's Wagler. Wagler spins. Wagler gets inside. Shot no good as it hits the bottom of the rim, and back come the Spartans the other way. On the outside is Jeremy Fears. Fears kicks it over to Kohler. Back to Fears. Fears goes inside now to Cooper. Carson Cooper sends it outside. And the bounce pass goes out of bounds. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers for the Spartans to begin this game. Here's Illinois with their second possession. Here's a 3-pointer on the way. That's off the back rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Cohen Carr of Michigan State. Cooper with it. Cooper, the bounce pass. And outside it goes. And the foul line jumper is too strong. Carr with the offensive rebound and a blocking foul on Jake Davis of Illinois. That'll be his first. And the first team foul this game against Illinois. Spartans will inbound under the basket. And it comes to Carson Cooper. Cooper sends it out to Fears. Fears will try a 3-pointer. That's short. Offensive rebound again for the Spartans. But then put on the floor. Ball still loose, and Illinois comes out with it. Third Michigan State turnover in less than 2 minutes to begin this game. Still looking for our first points. Wagler with it on the Spartans logo. Wagler off to Ivisic. Ivisic finds Jake Davis for a three-pointer. That's off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound for the Illini. And now driving inside and now kicking it back out to Davis. Now here's Wagler at the top of the key. Wagler looking to drive, pass deflected and stolen. Spartans get the steal. Other way, fast break layup, and that's the first points of this game as Jeremy Fears gets the layup for Michigan State. So it took almost 2.5 minutes for us to get our first points, but we finally have them. Davis for three at the other end. That's long. Illini chase down the rebound. And driving inside for a dunk is Tomislav Ivisic to get the Illinois Fighting Illini on the board. It's 2-2. And the pass underneath is knocked out of bounds. It will stay Michigan State ball. Spartans will bring it in. Here's Cooper. Spartans working around the arc. Three-pointer in the corner is short. Cooper gets the offensive rebound. That's already the third offensive rebound for Michigan State in this game. Pass inside, no, but Cooper is fouled, and he will head to the free throw line. Foul will be on Ben Humrickhouse, who just checked in for Illinois. And Carson Cooper heads to the line for 2 free throws. Looked like Jordan Scott got banged up as he's got a towel up against his face here. Looks like he might have to go get bandaged up. Carson Cooper at the line, a 76% free throw shooter on the season. He's got 2 free throws. Senior out of Jackson, Michigan. First of 2 is good. So it might be a physical one out there tonight with these two teams. Cooper hits 2 free throws. And the Spartans lead 4-2. Just over 3 minutes old. Wagler. Wagler with it now on the front of the Spartans logo. Wagler to Ivisic. Working it over now to Stojakovic. Stojakovic. And he'll pull up from just left of the free throw line and gets it to go. Stojakovic with his first 2, and we're tied at 4. And now we have a reach-in foul on the Illini. That's going to go against Tomislav Ivisic for his first. Team second. And it comes to Cooper. Here's Fears. Outside, here's a three-pointer on the way. That's too strong. Rebound knocked away, and it is saved by the Spartans. Fears gives it off in the corner for a 3. That's too strong. Another offensive rebound and put back and score for Jackson Kohler. Spartans attacking the offensive glass right now. 5 offensive rebounds. Illini back the other way. Shot rolls out. Rebound Michigan State. And back come the Spartans. Fears gives it off for another open 3. That's short. Rebound to the Illini. So Kerr Tang misses both of his open 3-point attempts. Slow offensive start as the two teams are a combined 4 for 15 shooting. Wagler looking for room. Wagler now looking to drive. Gets it off in the corner. Comes back to Wagler now. 4 to shoot. And a long-range 3-pointer is good. At the shot clock buzzer, by Zvonimir Ivisic, the other Ivisic brother. 7-6 Illinois with their first lead. And we are going to have a foul on the Illini. That'll be their fourth foul of the first half. That brings us to our first timeout. Slow offensive start here in this one, but the Illini have an early 7-6 lead over Michigan State. Duke 62-53 lead over North Carolina. 7 minutes left second half. Cowles jumped out to an early 13-9 lead over number 20 Clemson. That game's still very early. Early on in this one, the Illini 3 for 8 from the floor. Michigan State 2 of 8. Michigan State 0 for 5 from three-point range in the early going. But a big edge on the glass early on for Michigan State. 8 rebounds to 3. 5 of the 8 rebounds of the offensive variety. Again, Illinois enters the night in a first-place tie with Michigan atop the Big Ten. Number 2, Michigan in action tomorrow in Columbus against Ohio State. Michigan won the first matchup between those two teams in Ann Arbor. Now they'll have to make the return trip over to Columbus. Another ranked team in action tomorrow, number 13, Texas Tech in Morgantown to take on West Virginia. Both those games, Michigan, Ohio State, and Texas Tech, West Virginia, tip off slightly after 1 o'clock Eastern. This is hard to believe, the stat that just came up. Michigan State in 2000 winning the national championship. A Big Ten team has not won the national championship since that Michigan State team back in 2000. It has been a now going on 26-year drought for the Big Ten. Spartans inbound now, the timeout. On the outside is Tang. Gives it off to Fears now on the inside. Shot clock down to 2. Jumper from just beyond the foul line is up and good. That shot goes down for Cohen Carr to put the Spartans back up by 1, 8-7. Wagler with it. Wagler kicks it out, and a three-pointer in the corner, around and in. Tomislav Ivisic with the three-pointer. 10-8 lead for the Illini. So both of the Ivisic brothers a three-pointer for the Illini. Bounce pass inside. This is Carr. Carr, the bounce pass over to Cam Ward. Ward will have to send it back outside to Fears. Fears looking to drive, guarded well, kicks it back out to Carr. Carr drives inside, has it blocked. Rejected underneath the basket, and back comes Illinois. Three-pointer on the way is too strong. Offensive rebound for the Illini, put back off the glass and in. And now Carr is down for the Spartans underneath the basket. We saw Visick go down at the other end for Illinois. And now Cohen Carr is down on the floor for Michigan State. Oh, he took a hard fall to the floor after his shot was rejected. Like he might have hit the back of his head on the floor too. Carr is holding the back of his head, so I'm sure he will have to be evaluated. That was a pretty good tumble to the floor he took. So Jordan Scott, who we saw go back to the locker room holding an ice pack over his face, is coming back into the game. So this has been a physical first 6.5 minutes. Not unexpected with these two teams. Here's Fears with it for the Spartans. Spartans just 3 of their first 10 from the floor. Fears on the outside now is Scott. Scott with the pull-up jumper. He got it. Jordan Scott with his first 2 points. 12-10. Scott have a bandage over his right eye. Here's Wagler. Wagler on the drive. Kicks it outside. 3-point shot is short. Rebound to the Spartans, and they've got a little bit of a fast break. Coast to coast for a major dunk. Cam Ward took it coast to coast and slammed it right over an Illinois defender. Tied at 12. Wagler with it for the Illini. Wagler still looking now. Will take a 3-pointer. That's too strong. Offensive rebound, but then it's taken away by Michigan State. Spartans look for the lead back. Fears. Fears with it now to set the offense. Outside for a 3. Good. Jackson Kohler with a 3-pointer, and the Spartans have scored 7 straight to take the lead, 15-12. Wagler on the outside. And the turn with the left hand. Counted and a foul. Tomislav Visick with a bucket and a chance for a 3-point play. Cam Ward on the foul as we hit the under 12. 15-14, a good one early between these two top 10 teams out of the Big Ten. Offense is starting to heat up a little bit now. North Carolina has pulled within 6 of Duke in the second half. That's now 64-58. Four and a half minutes left there in the first of 2 meetings. With that long-time ACC rivalry with Duke and North Carolina, those two schools only separated by 8 miles. Coming up at the half here, we'll run down the whole top 25 scoreboard. Talk about some other sports news outside of college basketball around the country. Winter Olympics getting underway there in Italy. Had the opening ceremony yesterday, but they actually got underway on Wednesday with women's ice hockey. But now the game's getting into full swing now. And of course, we've got Super Bowl 60 coming up tomorrow night. Seahawks and Patriots. Seahawks looking to hoist the Vince Lombardi Trophy for the second time. Patriots looking for title number 7. Also talk about where these two teams are currently slated, as we're going to start talking bubble talk. Obviously, neither of these two teams are on the bubble, but well, bubble team, who's in, who's not, where you're projected. – 15-14 lead for Michigan State here. Big Ten at the moment currently projected to be an 11-bid league in the NCAA tournament right now. So here's Avicek trying to complete the three-point play, and he does not, as the free throw is short. So the Spartans still lead by 1, 15-14. 11.5 to play here in the first half. Jordan Scott on the outside. Gives it off to now Carson Cooper. And now inside it goes to Jackson Kohler. Kohler spins. Kohler draws a double team. Kohler goes up over the double team. That's not a good idea. The shot was blocked. And back comes Illinois the other way. Bounce pass inside. Nice feed inside from Davis, and the easy layup underneath gives the Illini the lead back, 16-15. The lead is short-lived thanks to the turnaround jumper in the paint for Carson Cooper, and it's 17-16 Spartans. Both teams shooting 47% from the floor. Pace and offense has picked up since a slow offensive start. Davis out to Wagler. Now Davis with 5 to shoot. Pass inside, and they get a rejection there, or they get a foul? They got a foul on Michigan State. Trey Fort whistled for the foul. That's his first. And to the line goes David Merkovic. First free throw on the way for Merkovic is good. The second one to give Illinois the lead. And he does. 18-17 lead for the Illini as we are nearing the halfway point of the first half. Carson Cooper off to Fears. Fears jumper from the foul line is good. Jeremy Fears, he's got 4 now, and it's 19-18 Spartans. Back and forth we go. Here comes Illinois the other way. Stojakovic has an open three. That's off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound, still loose on the floor. Michigan State has it, but sitting out of bounds with it is Jackson Kohler. It will stay Illinois ball. Kohler had the rebound for Michigan State, but he was sitting out of bounds. Wagler to inbound from underneath the Illini basket. Or under the Spartan basket, I should say. Merkovic back out to Wagler. Wagler draws a double team out there. Wagler gets loose, now drives inside. Wagler inside. He's took too many steps as he walked. And that'll give it back to Michigan State. So had Wagler, even if he had not been called for the travel there, he went inside and Jordan Scott blocked his shots. Here's Fears. Fears goes inside. That's a bad pass into traffic, and Illinois takes it away. It's a 2-on-1 layup for Wagler. No good, but a follow dunk for Zvonimir Ivisic. That gives him 5, and the Spartans at the other end almost turn it over. And now a top of the key three-pointer is no good. And rebound pulled down by Zvonimir Ivisic for the Illini. Wagler with it. Wagler drawing a double team. Gets it off to Stojakovic, who hits a 3. Excuse me, I beg your pardon. That was Merkovic hitting the 3 from outside. The Illini lead by 4 now, 23-19. Scott. Here's Fears from the foul line. That's no good. Rebound Illinois, but they're going to be a loose ball foul on the Illini. Brad Underwood not too happy with that call. Fifth team foul on Illinois. Inbound comes to Carr. Foul line jumper. That's too strong. Rebound to the Illini. Spartans have cooled off. They've missed their last 4. Merkovic going inside. And the off-balance turnaround jumper is good. And just like that, the Illini have gone up by 6 with 8 to play in the first half. Carson Cooper finds Fears. Fears goes inside. Another bad pass, but it's going to be another foul on Illinois. So Fears got by with that bad pass. That's the second foul on Zvonimir Ivisic as we hit the under 8. Illinois on a little run here as they've gone up by 6, 25-19. Under 8 to go, first half. North Carolina has come back to tie up Duke at 68 apiece. 50 seconds left in the second half in that game. Clemson's taken the lead at Cal, 21-13. 7:57 to go in the first half. We entered the day in college basketball with 2 undefeated teams, Arizona and Miami of Ohio, and we still have 2 undefeated teams as Arizona and Miami of Ohio both win by double digits today. So both those teams are sitting, Miami of Ohio is at 24-0, Arizona's 23-0. I was on live stream earlier today for that Miami of Ohio game against Marshall. Have a lot of college basketball over my live stream pages over YouTube, Kick, and Twitch over this next month. It's the last month of the regular season. As we are just little over a month away from Selection Sunday. That is just hard to believe. Selection Sunday coming up 5 weeks from tomorrow. Illinois up to 50% shooting from the floor. Michigan State at 42%. Michigan State just 1 of 7 from three-point range in this first half so far. Illini looking to extend their winning streak to 13 in a row. Michigan State looking to snap their current 2-game losing streak. Spartans inbound underneath the basket. And it comes to Cooper. Cooper now Fears on the outside. Fears looking to drive, instead passes it off on the right side. Now Fears again. Fears kicks it out for a three-pointer in the corner in front of the Illinois bench. That's good for Kerr Tang, his first three-pointer of the game. And the lead is cut to 3, 25-22. As we near 7 minutes to play here in the first half. There's a nice feed inside, but the missed layup. That was a great pass to Stojakovic, but Stojakovic couldn't hit the layup. And the foul line jumper is around and out. Offensive rebound again for the Spartans as Kerr Tang comes down with the offensive glass. Tang fakes the three. Now we'll drive inside. Now kick it out to Carr, but Carr traveled. Spartans turned it over for the 5th time here in the first half. Wagler brings it up for the Illini. Wagler scoreless so far in this game for Illinois. He's their leading scorer on the season at just shy of 18 a game. Tomislav Ivisic. He'll try a three-pointer on the outside. That's short. Rebound to Carr of Michigan State. Back come the Spartans. Fears will back it out and reset. Fears looking for help, finds Tang. Tang from just to the right of the foul line and puts it in. Coy Tang now with 5, and the lead is 1 for the Illini, 25-24. Davis out to Merkovic. Merkovic draws a double team. Hummerkaus back to Merkovic. Merkovic looking to back in, now sends it outside to Hummerkaus. Top of the key for 3 and a swish for Ben Hummerkaus. 28-24. Illini by 4. Here's Fears bringing it up the floor for Michigan State. Fears bounce pass to Tang. Tang bounce pass inside to Carson Cooper. Cooper back outside to Tang. Tang drives. Tang pulls up to the right of the foul line. That one's no good. Nice play by Carr to knock it off of Visick before going out of bounds. It'll still be Spartans basketball. Spartans to inbound. As we hit 5 minutes to play here in the first half. Here's Fears. Fears. Over it goes, and the layup attempt, no good. They're going to get a blocking foul underneath the basket. So both of the Visick brothers now with 2 fouls for the Illini. Scott at the line for 2. First is Strong. Jordan Scott, a 69% free throw shooter on the season. Zvonimir Visick comes back in with the 2 fouls as he's going to replace his brother Tomislav. Scott hits the second of 2 free throws. 28-25. Illini up 3. Wagler. Nice bounce pass inside. Kicking it outside in the corner for 3 and good. Humrickhouse now with 8. Michigan State coming right back the other way and hitting a 3. Trey Fort with that 3-pointer for the Spartans, and it's 31-28. Wagler thought about it. To Merkovic outside. Visick for 3. That barely hit the iron. Humrickhouse, the offensive rebound, follow, no good. And back come the Spartans. Layup coast to coast, no good. Spartans save it before it goes out of bounds. Great play there by Michigan State. And now they'll reset. Here's Fears. Outside 3-pointer for the tie. Round and out. Rebound Merkovic. Wagler running the offensive play here for the Illini. He goes inside on the alley-oop, but the alley-oop was missed by Visick underneath. Fears. Jackson Kohler for 3. It's good, and this game is tied as Jackson Kohler hits the 3. 31-31. Crowd alive at the Breslin Center. Wagler kicks it outside. 3-pointers, an air ball. Nice save by the Illini, and the reverse layup is good. That ball looked like it was headed out of bounds. Now what have we got? Brad Underwood is not happy with something. He has to be held back by Zvonimir Visick. Not sure exactly what Brad Underwood's upset about, but it's definitely something. Now Tom Izzo also having a discussion with one of the officials. This is going to be the under 4 timeout. 33-31 Illinois. So neither coach real pleased with something. Not sure exactly what Brad Underwood was mad about, but it was definitely something. Seth Trimble just hit a three-pointer almost at the gun for North Carolina, and North Carolina has just defeated number 4 Duke 71-68. So North Carolina completes the comeback. They were down double digits in the second half in that one. But they come back and get a Seth Trimble 3 with about a second left to knock off number 4 Duke. North Carolina's been victimized a few times over the years by Duke hitting some buzzer beaters against them. North Carolina returned the favor to Duke tonight. That's a big win for that Tar Heel team. And it hands Duke just their second loss of the season. And here it's 33-31. Illinois ahead of Michigan State. I think Brad Underwood, they just showed the replay. I think Brad Underwood thought that Fears delivered a cheap shot. I think that's what Brad Underwood was upset about. Now, Fears, Tom Izzo was none too pleased with Fears after the Minnesota game. The officials are still discussing. I think they went to the monitor there during that timeout. And Tom Izzo over there getting a discussion, and it doesn't look like that he likes the explanation he got. This may be a flagrant 1 foul on Fears. And looking at Tom Izzo's reaction, that's exactly what was called. Yeah, Fears tripped Merkovic. And I think Brad Underwood thought that was a little bit of a cheap shot. So the officials went to the monitor during the timeout. But doesn't look like anything. Well, doesn't look like anything came out of it after all. So it's Michigan State's ball. Looking at Tom Izzo's reaction, I thought they were going to get a flagrant foul there, but there was none. Jordan Scott hits the jumper, and we're tied at 33. 2.5 left first half. Turnaround left hand hook in the paint is good for Merkovic. That gives him 7.5. And Illinois is back in front, 35-33. Fears. Outside to Jackson Kohler, back to Fears. Fears into the corner. And now Fears tries a three-pointer. That rimmed out. Rebound pulled down by Zvonimir Ivisic for the Illini. Merkovic with it. To Stojakovic, back to Merkovic. Merkovic gives it off to Wagler. Wagler with 10 on the shot clock. Wagler gives it off now on the outside. Wagler with 3 to shoot has to put up a three-pointer. That barely drew iron. Tip, no, but we have a foul on Michigan State. That's just their third team foul here in the first half. Keaton Wagler, a scoreless first half for the Illini. Merkovic at the line here for 2. First is good. One more coming for Merkovic, and he hits them both. 37-33, final minute and a half, first half. Fears draws a double team, kicks it outside now to Scott. Scott lost it momentarily, able to get it to Fears. Fears with shot clock down to 7. Fears at the foul line. Fears kicks it off in the corner. Carr misses a 3. Rebound pulled down by Stojakovic. Final minute, first half. Stojakovic spins, puts it up in the paint too hard. Rebound pulled down by Scott of the Spartans. Alley-oop and a big finish for Carr on the feed from Fears. Wow. We saw Carr go down earlier in the first half, but he is back out there and dunked it with authority. My goodness. Wow. Definitely should see that play on SportsCenter Top 10 tonight. On the drive, and a foul is called. And Wagler will have a chance to get his first 2 points of the game at the free throw line. Second foul on Jordan Scott. And Wagler looking to get on the board. First free throw is good. Jordan Scott coming out of the game and gets a nice hand from the Breslin Center faithful. Second free throw coming for Wagler, hits them both, so he's now on the board finally with 2 points. 39-35, Illinois up 4. And now a timeout called by Michigan State. They're use it or lose it first half timeout. Again, at the half, we'll run down the top 25 scoreboard. Bring you some other sports news around the country. Give you a medal count update from the Winter Olympics in Italy. Game's just getting in full swing today. Day's action has completed out there in Italy as I'm in the Eastern time zone. They're 6 hours ahead, so it's actually about 3 o'clock in the morning out there now. Both teams in the mid-40s in shooting. Both teams 31% from beyond the arc. Spartans will have possession coming out of the timeout. And off the inbound, the Spartans turn it over. Kurtang called for the travel. That's the 6th turnover on Michigan State in the first half. Shot clock and game clock are basically identical. There's less than a second difference. Shot clock, game clock. Wagler is just dribbling on the Spartans logo as we're down to 10 seconds. Wagler now looking to drive and set the offense up. Michigan State has 2 fouls to give, and they give one right there. Fouls on Fierce, that's his first. Team 5th. 9 seconds. Stojakovic to inbound. Will the Spartans use their last foul to give? Yes, they do. They give it right there. Denim Wojcik gets called for the foul. Now with 7.3 on the clock. No more fouls to give for Michigan State. And it comes to Wagler. Wagler with 5. Wagler with 3 from the Spartans logo. That's short. Rebound Spartans, and that's how this first half comes to a close, with Illinois leading 39-35 at halftime over Michigan State. Tom Izzo and the Spartans looking to avoid a 3rd consecutive loss, while looking to end Illinois' 12-game winning streak. 39-35, our halftime score. Illinois in front of Michigan State, with 20 more minutes to play in this one. Well, running down the top 25 scoreboard from today across college basketball. We begin with number 1, Oregon, who entered the day 22-0, and they made it 23-0 very convincingly, 84-47, the final score over Oklahoma State. Arizona State undefeated and moved to 23-0. Braden Burris, 15 points. Led the way for Arizona. Told you about number 4 Duke and number 14 North Carolina. Seth Trimble hitting a 3-pointer with less than a second to go for North Carolina. And North Carolina knocks off number 4 Duke and their arch rival 71-68. So that rivalry, which has produced some stellar games over the years, went down to the wire again. Those two schools. Durham and Chapel Hill separated by just 8 miles. They have given us some doozies in the past, and they gave us another one tonight. North Carolina, 71-68. Number 6, Gonzaga, looking to bounce back from their puzzling loss to Portland earlier this week, and they bounced back emphatically as they beat Oregon State on the road, 81-61, the final score. So Gonzaga got back on track with the win there. Number 7, Iowa State held on to defeat Baylor in Ames, 72-69. Iowa State with the win moves to 21-2 on the season. Tipping off here in about an hour and a half in Provo, number 8 Houston and number 16 BYU. BYU currently on a 3-game losing streak. They're looking to right the ship there. And that home game against the 8th-ranked Houston Cougars. Number 9, Nebraska in Piscataway today against Rutgers, and Nebraska had been a little bit of a funk here, but they got out of that funk and got back on the winning side today as they defeat Rutgers 80-68. Final score in that one, so Nebraska snaps their brief 2-game losing streak and gets back in the win column and goes to 21-2, ranked mass with 26 points in that game for the Cornhuskers. Number 11, Kansas gets a win at Allen Fieldhouse over Utah today, 71-59. Kansas moves to 18-5. Kansas, the showdown Monday night. Kansas will be hosting number 1 Arizona at Allen Fieldhouse coming up on Monday night. 9 o'clock Eastern time. I usually don't do those later games on the live stream, but I may have to jump on for that one on Monday night. Arizona and Kansas from Allen Fieldhouse. Number 12, Purdue gets a home win over Oregon today, 68-64, the final score. Purdue improves to 19-4. Fletcher Lawyer, 18 points in that game for the Boilermakers. Number 15, Vanderbilt, trailed by double digits a lot of the second half. They made a frantic second half rally at home against Oklahoma, but the rally fell 1 point short as Vanderbilt upset at home by Oklahoma, 92-91. That win ended a 9-game losing streak for Oklahoma. As Vanderbilt been a little bit of a funk here recently, and they get a home loss to Oklahoma today. Underway in College Station between number 17 Florida and Texas A&M. Florida is off to a 13-5 lead in that game over Texas A&M. That game's only 13-5, and there's 7.5 minutes left in the first half. So to say it's a defensive struggle is definitely an understatement in that one. 13-5 lead for Florida. 7.5 to go in the first half. Number 18, Virginia gets a home win today over Syracuse, 72-59, that final score. Virginia improves to 20-3 on the season. Sam Lewis, 16 points on the year. 16 points in the game, I should say. It's not 16 points on the year. 16 points in the game for Virginia. Number 19, St. Louis, 82-58 win over LaSalle. That is win number 17 in a row for the Billikens as they improve to 23-1. Ishan Sharma led the way for the Billikens off the bench in that game with 15 points as the Billikens stay red hot. Number 20, Clemson, making the cross-country trip to Berkeley, but no problems today, as at the half, Clemson leads Cal 39-20 in that game out west. So Clemson having their way at the half with Cal, at least in the first half. Number 21, Arkansas goes into Starkville and picks up a 20-point win over Mississippi State today, 88-68. That final score, John Calipari's bunch now 17-6 on the year. Darius Acuff, 24 points to lead the way for Arkansas in that one today. Number 23, Miami of Ohio, at Marshall today, and they stayed undefeated, 90-74, the final score. Miami of Ohio now 24-0 on the season. They're next in action Friday at home against their rivals from Ohio University, as Miami of Ohio and Arizona remain undefeated, the last two undefeated teams in the country. Number 24, Louisville wins at Wake Forest today, 88-80. Louisville improves to 17-6. And number 25, Tennessee, up on Kentucky at Rupp Arena in the first half, 17-14. The score in that game with about 9 minutes to play in the opening half in that one, as Tennessee got back in the rankings this week, and they hope to stay there, as they're up 3 on Kentucky in the first half of play. They're at Rupp Arena in Lexington. That's the top 25 scoreboard for today. 2 top 25 teams in action tomorrow. One of them, the number 2 Michigan Wolverines. They will be in Columbus taking on the Ohio State Buckeyes. That game will tip off at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. And also tipping off at 1 o'clock Eastern Time tomorrow, number 13 Texas Tech out in Morgantown, taking on the Mountaineers of West Virginia. The 2 top 25 teams in action tomorrow. We have a couple other Big Ten games. And Indiana today defeated Wisconsin in Bloomington, 78-77. Final in that one. And coming up here in just about an hour out in Los Angeles, UCLA will host Washington. For that Big Ten battle. As well as Michigan tomorrow, 3 other Big Ten games tomorrow. USC will make the cross-country trip to State College to take on Penn State. Maryland will be in Minneapolis to take on Minnesota. Minnesota coming off a win over Michigan State earlier in the week. And Northwestern will head to Iowa City to take on the Iowa Hawkeyes, the other Big Ten games tomorrow on the schedule. And, of course, as we look at other sports, of course, tomorrow, Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara out there at Levi Stadium. The Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. Seahawks looking for their 2nd Super Bowl title. Patriots looking for their 7th. These two teams in the Super Bowl tomorrow came in this year. Both teams had over 50-1 odds in the preseason to make it to the Super Bowl, yet here they are, Seahawks and Patriots, to see who will hoist the Vince Lombardi Trophy tomorrow night in Santa Clara. The Seahawks and the Patriots. And, of course, Winter Olympics getting underway in Cortina and Milan, Italy, or Milano Cortina, Italy. Very, very early in the games, but the medal count so far, we've got a 3-way tie for the top with 3 medals each. Norway, Japan, and Italy, the host country. They all have 3 medals early on. With 2 medals is Sweden, and 1 medal each for Switzerland, Slovenia, China, and Canada. So that's the early medal count right now. Again, the Olympics just getting in full swing today. Had some skiing events and believe might have been a biathlon medal. So officially getting fully underway out there in Italy. The 2026 Winter Olympics. Gotta love the curling. Look forward to seeing that curling. And here at the half, it is an Illinois lead of 39-35. Let's run down some of the first half numbers from the first half. Illini 14 of 33 from the floor for 42%. From three-point range, they were just 5 of 17, however. For 29%, they were 6 of 7 at the free throw line for 86%. Michigan State in the first half shot 14 of 31 for 45%. They were 4 of 13 from 3 at 31%. So neither team shot particularly well from beyond the arc in the first half. They were 3 of 4 at the free throw line for 75%. Rebound edge for the Spartans, 19-17. Spartans turned it over 6 times in the first half. Illinois turned it over 3. Illinois was led by David Merkovich, 9 points in that first half. 8 points apiece from Andrei Stojakovic, and Ben Humrichhouse off the bench also had 8 points. 7 points out of Tomislav Avicic, 5 points out of Zvonimir Avicic, and 2 points out of Keaton Wagler. Leading scorer for the Illini held to 2 points in the first half. For Michigan State, they were led by Jackson Kohlers, 8 points in the first half, 5 points apiece from Jordan Scott, and Kerr Tang off the bench had 5 points. 4 points from Cohen Carr, Carson Cooper, and Jeremy Fears Jr. 3 points out of Trey Fort, and 2 points out of Cam Ward to wrap up the scoring for Michigan State in that first half, as we have a 39-35 lead for Illinois at the intermission. With 20 minutes to go to decide if the Illini run their winning streak to 13 in a row, or if Michigan State can snap their brief 2-game losing streak and get back in the win column. Teams getting their final instructions before we begin the second half. Florida's extended their lead over Texas A&M to 13 now. 27-14. 2:47 to play in the first half. In that game from College Station, and Tennessee leads Kentucky 28-22. Six and a half to go first half in the game between Tennessee and Kentucky. So getting set for half number 2. And Illinois having a 4-point lead despite their leading scorer, Keaton Wagler, being held to 2 points in the first half. As Illinois will inbound and have possession to begin half number 2. Wagler with it now. Nice pass inside to Avicic. Kicks it outside. A 3-pointer in front of the Illini bench is good. Stojakovic now with 11 as he hits his first 3-pointer of the game. First possession, second half for Michigan State. Shot up and no good. Rebound pulled down by Stojakovic. One thing that I didn't get to at halftime that I wanted to, so do that at the first time out here in the second half. There's a drive inside and a foul. Going to be on Carson Cooper. And the Illini will be at the free throw line. Keaton Wagler, first of two, is good. Wagler hits 2 free throws. He's now got 4 points. Illini with their largest lead of the game now of 9, 44-35. Jackson Kohler with it, sends it outside to Fears. Fears off to Carr. Cooper's jumper from just beyond the foul line's no good. Jake Davis hustles down for the Illinois rebound. Illini can take a double-digit lead this trip. Wagler still looking for his first field goal. Kicks it off to Merkovic, and Merkovic is fouled by Jordan Scott. That'll be number 3 on Scott. Boy, Scott went up, and then when he came down right on Merkovic. So Jordan Scott has to go out with the 3 personals. Wagler draws a double team, drives inside, still doesn't have a field goal. Illini keep it alive with the offensive rebound by Stojakovic. Stojakovic kicks it off into the corner, and now driving and getting fouled was Merkovic. That shot will not count. Foul was before the shot on Michigan State. It's already the 3rd team foul here in less than 2 minutes in the second half for the Spartans. Turnaround jumper. That shot's blocked by Cooper, and the Spartans come down with the board. Outside. Ooh, passed up an open 3. Now gives it off to Fears. Fears will reset the offense for the Spartans. Jumper on the way up and good. That once again was Kurting. 44-37, 7 points for Ting. Now Stojakovic with it. Deep 3-pointer on the way, around and out, but an offensive rebound for Wagler. Davis is wide open. He misses a 3 and rebounded by the Spartans. Both shots went around the rim and out. Fears jumper is good. Fears now has 6. 44-39. Spartans within 5. Wagler off to Merkovic. Back to Wagler for a deep 3, and it's good. Wagler finally with his first field goal after going 0 for his first 6. At the other end, an alley-oop is converted for Michigan State as Cooper, the recipient of the alley-oop from Fears. 47-41 Illinois. Wagler brings it up across the timeline. Off to Davis, back to Wagler. Wagler looking to drive. Wagler does. Puts it off the glass. That might have been deflected. And back comes Michigan State. Fears. Carr inside, and he slams it down. Cohen Carr cuts it to a 4-point game. 48-43. Wagler. Into the corner. Three-pointer. Too strong. Rebound Spartans. Illinois now just 32% from beyond the arc. Three-pointer on the way is short. Rebound to Illinois. Still 47-43. Here's a drive with the right hand, and we have a foul on the Spartans, which will bring us to our first time out of the second half. 47-43. Illinois with the lead over Michigan State. $15-18 to go. Clemson now up 20 on California, 47-27. Florida at the half leads Texas A&M 30-19. Gators held Texas A&M to 19 points in the first half. It looked like a pretty good defensive effort for Florida in that first half. Tennessee's built the lead to 8 on Kentucky now, 36-28. Three minutes to play in the first half in that one. Illinois has fallen under 40% in their shooting percentage. They're at 39, 32% from three. But they have made 8 of their 9 free throws. Andrei Stojakovic with 11 points leading the way for Illinois. Jackson Kohler with 8 leading the way for Michigan State. Illinois with a win will run their winning streak to 13 and for one night anyway, be in sole possession of first place in the Big Ten. They're currently tied with Michigan at 11-1. Michigan in action tomorrow in Columbus against Ohio State. Michigan State hoping to avoid a third consecutive loss. Something I said that I did not point out at the half that I was going to bring up here at the first time out. I didn't get into like the projections, the bracketology projections. At the moment, this at least on the one I follow, Illinois is a projected 2 seed right now. Michigan State is a projected 3 seed. Illinois out of the timeout with possession. Merkovic spins inside, can't get it to drop. Rebound pulled down by the Spartans. Fears into the corner. Fears with it, and the Spartans will reset. Just past 5 minutes old here in the second half. And we have a foul underneath on Illinois. That's their first foul here in the second half. Foul was called on Wagler. That's his first. And it comes to Michigan State. Here's Fears. Fears looking to drive. Now gets cut off. Now we'll do a runner in the paint, and it's good for Jeremy Fears. He's got 8, and the lead is 2, 47-45. Illinois with the ball. Illinois starting off just 2 for 9 from the floor here in the second half. Open 3 in the corner. That's short. Make it 2 for 10. And back come the Spartans. Fears alley-oop again, but this time it's knocked away. However, we have an Illinois foul, and this will be 2 free throws for Michigan State. Foul is on Stojakovic. That'll be his first. And the Spartans will have 2 free throws with a chance to tie this game. Cam Ward at the line. First is good. This next one to tie the game. Jackson Kohler returns to the lineup for Michigan State, replacing Carson Cooper. Merkovic will check out for a breather for Illinois. Second free throw on the way for Cam Ward is good. And this game is tied at 47. Crowd at the Breslin Center is alive and on their feet. Alley-oop inside too high, and the Spartans take it away. Spartans look for the lead this trip. Fears on the outside. Bounce pass inside. Turnaround jumper by Kohler's no good. Rebound Illinois. Wagler gets cut off. Wagler goes up and under and gets fouled. And Keaton Wagler heads to the line for 2. Foul was called on Jackson Kohler. That's his second. 2 free throws here for Wagler. He is just 1 for 8 from the floor tonight. Free throw, no good. Second free throw is good. Illinois back up by 1, 48-47. Fears with it. Fears looking to drive alley-oop again. This time they convert, and the Spartans take the lead. 49-48. Fears on the lob to Carr. 49-48 Michigan State. First time they've led since 1918 in the first half. Turnaround inside is good for Tomislav Ivisic. So the lead for the Spartans is short-lived, 50-49. Now a drive inside, and we've got a reach-in foul on Illinois. Believe they're going to get Zvonimir Ivisic on that, and if it is, it's 3. Spartans will inbound. Spartans with 5 fouls this half, Illinois with 3. Wojcik goes inside shot. Karem's off the rim, no good. Out of bounds, it will go to Illinois. Wagler will bring it up across the midcourt stripe. Wagler guarded by Carr on the outside. Wagler now drives. Wagler, the reverse layup, no good. Rebound, Michigan State. Wagler a little out of control there. Kohler. Kohler tries a 3. Short. Rebound, Illinois. Shot clock at 15. Wagler looking to drive. Now passes off. Back outside to Wagler. 10 to shoot for Illinois. Wagler is bumped. That'll be team foul number 6, and that will also bring us to the under 12. Good one in East Lansing, 50 to 49. Illinois in front. Just under 11 and a half to go. Be back with you on the live stream tomorrow night for Super Bowl 60 between the Seahawks and the Patriots. Kickoff is slated for 6:30, so that's probably going to be more like 6:45, 6:50. So I will come on right after the national anthem. I will jump on for my live stream of Super Bowl 60, Patriots and Seahawks, to see who hoists the Vince Lombardi Trophy. Next college basketball stream will be Monday night, 9 o'clock. Top-ranked and undefeated Arizona heading to Allen Fieldhouse to take on the Kansas Jayhawks. Trying to stay unbeaten will be the Arizona Wildcats. That should be a doozy. They're at Allen Fieldhouse, Monday night, Arizona and Kansas. Here it is 50 to 49 in favor of Illinois over Michigan State. 11:28 remaining. Looks like this one is going to be heading down to the wire between these two top 10 teams. Following the timeout, it is Illinois ball. Here's Wagler. 5 to shoot for the Illini. Wagler, he'll have to put up a three-pointer. That's short. Rebound pulled down by Michigan State. Wagler now just 1 for 10 from the floor. Spartans turn it over. And now Wagler to set the offense for Illinois. Wagler goes inside to Merkovic. Merkovic spins. Merkovic sends it across the court. Davis for three. Got it and a foul. Davis hits the three and was fouled and will have a chance for a 4-point play. Cam Ward on the foul for Michigan State. And Davis finishes the free throw to finish off the 4-point play, and Illinois is back up by 5, 54-49. Fears off to Tang. Now Fears. Jesse McCullough, who just checked in the game. He'll bounce pass it inside. And spinning is Ward, and he'll lay it in with the right hand. Cam Ward now with a half dozen. 54-51. Illini by 3. Merkovic with it. Finds Jake Davis to Wagler. Wagler guarded by 10, gives it off. Merkovic wide open, but missed it off the back rim. But Wagler keeps it alive with the offensive rebound. Avicic misses a three. Rebound pulled down by the Spartans. The drive inside, and we have a foul on the Illini, and that will send the Spartans to the line for 2 free throws with 9:38 remaining. Fears at the line. Free throw's good. This would cut the lead back to 1. Free throw is good. It's a 1-point game with 9:38 to play. Merkovic will bring it up across the timeline for the Illini. Merkovic, left-hand hook shot is good in the paint. Merkovic now in double figures with 11. Spartans trying to answer at the other end, cannot. And Wagler pulls down the rebound. In the corner, Davis again, but misses off the back rim this time. Rebound, Michigan State. Three-pointer for the tie is good. And this game is tied at 56 as Jordan Scott hits a three from deep. Just Michigan State's 5th three of the night. And now a foul outside. Illinois at the free throw line here. as that's 18 fouls on Michigan State. Tom Izzo over on his bench having a talk with Cam Ward. Officials are over at the monitor once again, reviewing something. Whatever it was very quick. So the review is over, and Merkovic at the line for 1-1. Free throw is good. Merkovic will have one more. Missed the second. Spartans rebound, looking for the lead. Pull-up jumper to the right of the foul line is no good. Offensive rebound for the Spartans. Great job there to keep the ball alive for an extra possession. Spartans miss a three. Rebound pulled down by Illinois. Merkovic dribbles it up across the midcourt stripe. Merkovic thought about the three, off to Davis, back to Merkovic now. Bounce pass underneath, layup good for Stojakovic. 3-point lead, Illinois, 8 minutes remaining. 13 points on the night now for Stojakovic. Fears looking to drive. Fears pulls up. That's way off. Rebound to Illinois. Illini by 3, slowing up the pace a little bit. 7.5 to play. Davis drives. Bout to Merkovic. Merkovic will now drive inside. Puts it up with the left hand. And the Illini lead is up to 5, 61-56. Fears. Fears looking for some help with 10 on the shot clock. Fears backs it out. Bounce pass inside. Turnaround with the right hand is good for Carson Cooper. He's got 8. 61-58. Merkovic. Nice pass to Stojakovic inside. Can't get it to go, though. Rebound, Michigan State. And we've got contact and a foul. And that will be the under 8 timeout. 61-58. Illini lead the Spartans. Just over 6.5 remaining. Illinois still only at 39% shooting for the game. Michigan State 45%. Both teams at 29% from three-point range. Illinois 11 of 14 at the free throw line. Michigan State 7 of 8. Six turnovers in the game for Michigan State, none in the second half. 4 for Illinois. They have just 1 in the second half. Clemson still up big on Cal, 68-46. Game has 5 minutes left in it out in Berkeley. Number 17, Florida, 42-24 lead at Texas A&M. Underway in the second half. Tennessee up 14 at the half now on Kentucky, 47-33. (61-58) our score. .633 remaining, half number 2. So following the timeout, it is Spartans ball. Illinois still has 2 fouls to give. Michigan State's in the penalty. Fears. Top of the key, three-pointer. That's short. Rebound, Illinois. Illinois to set the offense here with 6 minutes remaining. Wagler with it on the Spartans logo. Wagler. Inside it goes. Visek lost the handle, but it goes right into the hands of Stojakovic, who gets the layup, 63-58. 15 points now for Stojakovic. He's team high for the Illini. Here's a three-pointer at the other end. That's good. Jackson Kohler with the three. He's got 11. His third three of the night, 63-61. It's also a double-double now for Jackson Kohler. 11 points and 10 rebounds. Illinois trying to answer with a three. Cannot. But they keep it alive on the offensive rebound. Stojakovic. Stojakovic gets inside, kicks it back out to Wagler. Wagler, the pull-up jumper. No. Rebound, Jackson Kohler. Spartans can tie or retake the lead. Kohler thought about it. Now we'll give it off to Fears. Fears drives. Back to Kohler on the outside. Shot clock down to 10. Here's Carr driving inside. Carr gets in the paint. Turnaround jumper too hard. Rebound Illinois. So Illinois dodges a bullet again. Michigan State cannot pull even. And a drive inside. Gets the roll. 65-61. Illini back up 4. As Fears will set the offense. Outside to Carr. Here's Fears. Fears looking to drive, cannot. Kicks it outside to Carr for an open three. That's too strong. And we have a foul on Illinois. It's a loose ball foul on the rebound. That'll be team foul number 5. We have hit the final media timeout. with 3:54 to go. 65-61. Illini looking to hang on and move their winning streak to 13 in a row. Michigan State, meanwhile, trying to avoid a third straight loss. Looking ahead for both of these teams, there's only one currently ranked team left on Illinois' schedule, and that is when they host the Michigan Wolverines. That will be the last Friday of February. Only ranked opponent left on the schedule for the Illini. Spartans, meanwhile, they have two ranked opponents the remainder of the year. The final Thursday of February, they are at Purdue. And the final game of the regular season, Michigan State and Michigan in that rematch game. Michigan won in East Lansing last week by 12. Both teams still have plenty of timeouts remaining. And Florida is just annihilating Texas A&M 50-24 in the second half for the defending national champions. Texas A&M struggling to find some offense tonight. They only had 19 points in the first half. And so far in the first 5.5 minutes of the second half, they've only got 7. Tennessee up 48-37 on Kentucky. Jeremy Fears tonight with a double-double for Michigan State. 10 points, but he's got 15 assists. Spartans bringing it out of the timeout. Carr drives. Carr has it blocked. Fourth block of the night for the Illini. And that was a big one right there. 3.5 to go. Merkovic. Now goes inside. Stojakovic off balance. That's no good. Rebound pulled down Michigan State. Trailing by 4. And a foul is called. Fears will head to the line. As he was going up for a layup attempt, he was fouled by Tomislav Ivisic. That's number 4 on Tomislav Ivisic. First free throw, no good. Fears can cut it to 3 if he hits the second one. He's a 90% free throw shooter on the season. Got that one. 65-62. 3:09 to go. Crowd on their feet at the Breslin Center. Wagler driving, gets free, kicks it outside. Open three, no. Tip, no. Rebound, Spartans. Fears will cross the midcourt stripe. Fears on the drive. Fears the runner. No, but he gets fouled again. And Fears will head right back to the free throw line. First of two for Fears. Good. This next one can cut it to 1 with 2:42 to go. Both teams have done well at the foul line tonight. This is going to be a lane violation on Illinois, and he missed the free throw. Merkovic lost his footing there and stepped in the lane a little bit too quick, and Fears will get another crack at it. And takes advantage of that second opportunity. 1 point game, 2:42 to go. Wagler on the outside. Now driving and getting fouled on a reach in. This will be the last 1-and-1 for Michigan State. Foul number 4 on Jordan Scott. Tom Izzo not real happy with that call. Zvonimir Ivisic returns to the Illini lineup. Replacing his brother, Tomislav Ivisic. Wagler hits the first. Wagler has 9 points, but he is just 1 of 11 from the floor tonight. This next one to push the lead back to 3. Got it. 67-64 Illinois. And driving to the basket and getting a layup is Fears. He's got 15. 1 point game again, 67-66. 2 minutes to play. Wagler spins. Wagler has it blocked. Spartans look for the lead. Fears. Three-pointer for the lead, short. And we have a foul on the rebound against Illinois. Think they're going to get Merkovic with his third. Jordan Scott at the line to try to put Michigan State in front. Each foul here on out for either team, it'll be 2 shots. Scott, a 69% free throw shooter. He hits the first to tie it. This next one to put the Spartans in the lead. Got it. 68-67 Michigan State. 1:49 left. Merkovic with it on the outside. Merkovic looking, 10 to shoot. And a foul on Michigan State. And this will be 2 shots. Correction. No foul. Timeout. The way the Michigan State players were reacting, I thought there was a foul called there, but it was a timeout called by Illinois. With exactly a minute and a half to play, 68-67, Michigan State. We are going down to the wire in this one. So Illinois will have 2 timeouts remaining. Michigan State still has 3 of the 4. Here's a big story in this game, the fast break points. Michigan State, 22 fast break points. Illinois, zip on the fast break. Illini to inbound from half court. Comes into Wagler. Wagler throws it up there. He thought he was fouled, but no whistle. Spartans come out with it. Timeout called by Michigan State, so now both teams will have 2 left. This will be a 30-second timeout. Keaton Wagler having a rough night from the field. He is just 1 for 13 shooting the ball tonight. They have changed this to a full timeout. The crowd at the Breslin Center would love to see their Spartans snap a 2-game losing streak and knock Illinois out of first place in the Big Ten. And in the process, snap the Illini's 12-game winning streak. Spartans inbound to Fears. Kohler, Fears, Scott, Cooper, and Carr on the floor for Michigan State. 1 minute to play. Here's Fears. Off to Kohler, back to Fears. 5 to shoot. Fears looking to drive. Fears puts up a long 2. That's short. Rebound, Illinois. I think Fears lost track of the clock that time. Merkovic with it. Down to 37 seconds. Merkovic on the drive. Puts it up with the left hand and scores. Illinois back up by 1. 69-68. Timeout called by Illinois after the made basket. With 29.7 to play. Merkovic with 16 tonight, but that's a huge layup to put the Illini back in front. Merkovic, one of 3 players Illinois put in double figures tonight. Stojakovic leading the way tonight for the Illini with 17. Keaton Wagler has 10. Spartans have also put 3 in double figures. Fears leading the way with 15. Jackson Kohler has 11. Jordan Scott has 10. They have actually put time back on the clock. They reset the clock to 32.5. Even if Michigan State scores here, there's a difference in the clock, so Illinois will get the ball back for a final possession. Both teams will be shooting 2 on each foul. Here's Fears bringing it up the floor for the Spartans. Fears on the drive. Fears blocked shot. Oh my goodness. Zvonimir Ivisic goes up and swats it away on the shot attempt from Fears. Wow. Shot clock at 15, game clock at 18. Fears outside for a 3, short. Rebound to the Spartans. Kohler outside 3-pointer is good from Tang. 71-69 with 8.5 seconds. Timeout Spartans. Kerr Tang with the 3-pointer that has given the Spartans a 2-point lead with 8.5 seconds to play. Eight and a half seconds remaining. Illinois with a final possession. Illinois does still have a timeout remaining in case they cannot get the ball in. Spartans looking to knock off a top 5 team at home. Illini bring it up. 5 seconds. Wagler tries a 3. No. Follow. No. The follow's no good, and the Spartans are going to... Whoa, wait a minute. Wait just a second here. There's zeros on the clock, but I think they got a foul on Michigan State. Wagler was going for the win right there. Was tipped. Oh, yeah, there is a foul there. Davis got fouled by Fears. Oh, yeah, there's about 7/10, 6/10, somewhere around there. They're looking at the monitor to see how much time officially there is. Looked like around 6 or 7/10 when Davis got fouled. Right there. Yeah. 0.6, 0.7, somewhere around there. Davis will be at the line. Of course, he's got to make both of these. Actually, they've put a full second on the clock. That looks a little much, but so they have put the clock at 1 second, and Jake Davis will be at the free throw line for 2 free throws. He needs both of these for the Illini. First free throw is good. This next one to tie it. But before the second free throw, timeout is called. Michigan State called the timeout, so that's their last one. If Davis makes this, Michigan State's out of timeout, so they will have just a final heave to try to win it. Davis with one more free throw to try to tie this game. He got it. Tied at 71. 2 clutch free throws from Jake Davis. And now Illinois will take their last timeout. So Michigan State will have one heave to try to win it here at the end of regulation. Only meeting in the regular season between these two teams. But you could very well possibly see another rematch in the Big Ten tournament. So one final heave for the Spartans here to try to win it in regulation. Fears can run the baseline, baseball pass ahead, and the turnaround 3. No, he almost made it, and we're going to overtime. Cooper almost banked that in to win it for Michigan State. And we're going to play an extra 5 minutes. Wow, that was close. $40 minutes, not enough to decide this one. We're going to go an extra 5 at the Breslin Center, tied at 71. That last heave did not miss by much at all, as the baseball pass was converted by Fears and got it to Cooper, and Cooper just shot a turnaround 3 and just missed it. So both teams get 1 extra timeout in overtime. What a battle in this top 10 matchup in the Big Ten. Update on those other top 25 games. Kentucky's come back to make it a game against Tennessee. That's now a 2-point lead for the Volunteers. 9.5 to play. Clemson has won at Cal, 77-55. Florida up 17 on Texas A&M in the second half. Five more minutes on the clock in this one. Excuse me. And Michigan State wins the overtime tip. Fears off to Cooper. Cooper back to Fears. Fears driving inside, getting in the paint, laying it in with the right hand, and the first 2 points of overtime belong to the Spartans, 73-71. 17 points now on the night for Jeremy Fears. Merkovic backs his way in. He puts up an off-balance shot that was altered. And Jackson Kohler pulls down the rebound for Michigan State. Fears and a foul on the Illini. Spartans will head to the line for 2. Carson Cooper at the line for the Spartans. First free throw is good. Cooper looking for his 10th point of the night with his second free throw. He missed it, though. But the Spartans get the offensive rebound. And an extra possession. Fears kicks it outside to Kohler, back to Fears. Fears at the top of the key for 3. That's short. Rebound pulled down by the Illini. Illini still looking for their first points of overtime. Wagler to Ivisic, back to Wagler. Ivisic tries a 3. Got it! Tomislav Ivisic with a 3 to tie this game again at 74. Spartans resetting on offense at the other end. Here's Carr. Carr working it around to Fears. And now a drive inside and a bad pass taken away by the Illini. That was a pass into traffic there, and the Illini were there to take it away. 3 minutes left in the first overtime. Here's Wagler to Davis. To Avicic, back out to Wagler. Wagler with 6 to shoot. Wagler drives and gets fouled. Keaton Wagler will head to the free throw line. First free throw for Wagler, good. Wagler with 11 points, but most of them on free throws. He is just 1 of 14 from the floor tonight. One more free throw coming for Wagler. That's good. Illini by 2, 76-74. Neither team has had a double-digit lead tonight. It has been that nip and tuck all the way through. A 9-point lead for Illinois has been the largest lead of the game. That knocked away by Davis. Stays Michigan State ball with 17 on the shot clock. Here's Carr over to Fears. Fears drives and will miss the layup, but get fouled. And Jeremy Fears will head to the free throw line. I think they got Jake Davis on that one. No, they did not get Davis. They got Tomislav Avicic, and that's 5. So Tomislav Avicic is disqualified to fouls with 12 points. Yeah, it is. Okay, yeah, it was Avicic over the back. So if Avicic fouls out, 12 points tonight. And Fears to the line where he's 5 of 6 tonight. First of 2 free throws is good. This next free throw to tie it again. He does. 76 apiece. Wagler with it for Illinois. Thought about the 3. Now we'll drive inside. Stojakovic missed it. Rebound Spartans. Under 2 minutes to play. Fears. Fears gets inside. Fears throws it up and scores. And 1. Jeremy Fears with 21 points and a chance to make it 22 with a free throw. Foul is on Stojakovic. That's his 3rd. And Jeremy Fears will try to finish off the 3-point play. And he does. Spartans back in front, 79-76. 100 seconds remaining. Here's Wagler. Wagler, step back three-pointer. That's too strong. Rebound to the Spartans. Wagler now 1 of 15 from the field. Spartans by 3 with possession. They can take this down to about a minute if they run the shot clock all the way down. Fears just dribbling on the Spartan logo. 8 to shoot. Fears on the drive. Fears. No, but it's tipped in off the miss from Cam Ward. 81-76 Michigan State, under a minute. Davis to Wagler. Illini need a bucket this trip. Wagler drives and gets fouled. He will head to the free throw line at 49.4. And Jordan Scott has just fouled out for Michigan State. So both teams have now had a player disqualified to fouls. Keaton Wagler will head to the free throw line. Jordan Scott fouls out with 10 points. First of 2 for Wagler is good. Humrickhouse returns for Illinois. Wagler missed the second short. 81-77 Spartans. It's a 2-possession game here. So Illinois might want to try to be a little aggressive on defense. Fears draws a double team. Gets it off to Kohler. To Carr. Back to Fears. 4 to shoot. Fears puts it up and gets fouled. Keaton Wagler fell for the pump fake, and that's his third. .9 remaining. And Fears will head to the line to try and extend the lead to 6. First is good. Merkovic back in for Illinois. Fears now 9 of 10 from the free throw line. Second, also good. 83-77. Illini down 6. Timeout, Illinois. They're only 1 of overtime. But with just 17.6 seconds remaining, the Illini are in a 6-point hole. Illinois out of timeouts. Michigan State still has 1. Jeremy Fears leading the way for the Spartans tonight with 24 points. Stojakovic leading the way for Illinois with 17. Wagler, the leading scorer for the Illini, does have 13 points, but 10 of those are on free throws. He is Wagler tonight from the field, 1 of 15 shooting the ball. And the Illini's 12-game winning streak is in serious jeopardy of being snapped right here. In it comes. Illini taking a lot of time here. A long three is nowhere near. Illini get the ball back and a foul. That's not what you want to do if you're Michigan State. Michigan State did have Illinois take 6 seconds off the clock there. And Merkovic is heading to the line. Foul is called on Carson Cooper. But even if Merkovic makes both of these and he makes the first, you're still in a 2-possession hole. Jackson Kohler returns for the Spartans. Merkovic with 17 points tonight for the Illini. Make it 18. He does make them both. 83-79 with 11.3 to play. And Spartans, they do get it in, and the immediate foul is given by Brandon Lee, who just checked in the game. Not even a second ticked off the clock right there. If Michigan State holds on here, they will go into solo 4th place. Illinois would fall out of a tie for the Big Ten lead. Illinois and Michigan entered tied for first. Michigan plays tomorrow at Ohio State. Michigan State entered the night in a tie for 4th. Two free throws once again for Fears. First is good. $84-79. Second one is also good. Lead back to 6, 85-79. Wagler brings it up the floor. Wagler shoots a deep three. That's good from the Spartans logo. Just his second field goal of the night. 85-82. Spartans turn it over on the inbound. Illini a chance to tie? No. And the Spartans have held on and have knocked off Illinois 85-82. It got a little dicey there at the end for the Spartans, but they snapped their 2-game losing streak and in turn end the Illini's 12-game winning streak. 85-82, the final in overtime. Michigan State wins this game, and they get win number 20 on the season. Spartans move to 20-4 overall, 10-3 in the Big Ten. Illini fall to 20-4 overall, 11-2 in the Big Ten. And now Michigan has the solo lead in the Big Ten atop the standings. What a game tonight in East Lansing in this top 10 battle. Going to sign off here pretty quick. Let's run down the final numbers. Michigan State ended up 29 of 67 from the floor for 43%. 7 of 24 from three-point range at 29%. They were 20 of 23 at the free throw line for 87%. Illinois ends up just 37% from the floor, 26 of 71. 10 of 36 from three-point range, 36 three-point shots tonight, 28%. 20 of 24 at the free throw line for 83%. 47-38 edge on the glass for Michigan State. Very clean game, not a lot of turnovers. 8 for Michigan State, 4 for Illinois, and that's with an extra 5 minutes on the clock going to overtime. Michigan State tonight was led by Jeremy Fears, 26 points. Jackson Kohler added 11 points. Jordan Scott, 10 points before fouling out. Kerr Tang, 10 points off the bench. He hit some big three-pointers for the Spartans tonight. 9 points for Carson Cooper. 8 points apiece from Cohen Carr and Cam Ward. And 3 points from Trey Fort to round out the scoring for Michigan State. Illinois was led tonight by Andrei Stojakovic's 17 points. David Merkovich, 18 points, led the way for Illinois. Then Andrei Stojakovic with 17, 16 out of Keaton Wagler, but just 2 for 16 from the field tonight. Tomislav Ivisic added 12. That was the 4 in double figures for the Illini. 8 points off the bench from Ben Humrickhouse, 6 out of Jake Davis, and 5 from Zvonimir Ivisic. Round out the scoring for Illinois as Michigan State wins a doozy tonight, 85-82 in overtime. Over Illinois once again. Michigan State with win number 20. They improved to 20-4 on the season, 10-3 in Big Ten play. They're now in solo 4th place in the Big Ten Conference. Illinois falls to 20-4 overall, 11-2 in Big Ten play. They fall to 2nd place, a half game behind Michigan in the Big Ten standings. Michigan in action tomorrow against the Ohio State Buckeyes. That's going to wrap it up. Boy, what a game this was tonight. That's going to wrap it up tonight on the live stream. Again, my name is John, Sports Bonanza John on YouTube. If you do like my content, really would appreciate a like and subscribe. Also on Kick tonight at Sports Kick John. You can follow me there. You can also follow me on Twitch at Sport Guru John. Got some content there, and we'll be adding new content there in the very near future. We'll be back tomorrow. My next live stream tomorrow night, Super Bowl 60, Patriots and Seahawks, to see who will hoist the Vince Lombardi Trophy. Kickoff is scheduled for 6:30. That's probably going to more be 6:45, 6:50. I will come on right after the national anthem, get you set for the Seahawks and the Patriots to see who will hoist that Vince Lombardi Trophy, if the Seahawks hoist their 2nd or if the Patriots hoist it for the 7th time. That is coming up tomorrow on the live stream. That will be on my YouTube and Twitch channels. No Kick for that stream of the Super Bowl tomorrow. It'll be on YouTube and Twitch. That Super Bowl stream tomorrow night. Thank you for joining me, everyone, and hopefully you can join me again tomorrow for Super Bowl 60, the Seahawks and the Patriots from out there in Santa Clara. Thanks for joining me for this doozy of a